Capitol and the legislature, they are sick and tired of getting arrested. They're sick and tired of what the government's doing. The legislation that's being proposed is putting patients
in the rain,
making them look like they are on the sex offender registry list. They're taking patients and making them seem like they're violent criminals. That's the legislation that's in that building that's pending. That's what's going on.
No victim, no crime. No crime, no victim.
All right, listen. You guys are great. Look at you standing in the rain. This is a beautiful sight. We're all here about patients, about medical marijuana, that it works. Let me suggest to this. Let's vote out these idiots that are stopping the medicine and bringing the patients. Let's vote them out, and let's get this medical marijuana program on track. Thank you.
It's time for these folks to go. We've been patient. They've been in office almost 5 months. That's 5 months too long. Fire them all. Recall. 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 Folks, I want to introduce you to a person that's got so much passion for our movement. She goes everywhere. She does everything she can. She gets the word out about the suffering of patients and caregivers. Charmie, come up here and talk to us. Here you go.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, Charmie.
What a beautiful day to be clothed in human skin, my brothers and sisters. I am humbled to be standing here with you. Brothers, you all right? You doing all right? Sisters? Thank you, Grandfather, for this day. I thank you for this life-giving rain that's coming upon us today. I thank you for all of these people and all of these leaders. I thank you for Michael Komorn's beautiful coat. I thank you for attorneys like this that are standing up in the court of law and saying, this is not right.
That's right.
Cannabis, which allowed me to get out of my bed today and come here to be with you. Thank you, Joe, for organizing this. Joe was talking about Jessica Cooper. How many of you knew that Miss Cooper ran on an asset forfeiture platform when she tried to get her position as prosecuting attorney in Oakland County? Sure. It's true, because they had a case in Oakland County a while ago where some guy picked up a hooker and the cops took his car. It was his wife's car. She didn't like that, and so she took that case all the way to the Supreme Court. So in Oakland County, for a little while, they didn't like asset forfeiture. They didn't like it when the police took your stuff. So Jessica Cooper got up there and said, we're going to bring back asset forfeiture, and boy, did she. They declared war on medical marijuana before we passed that law in 2008. And Sheriff Bouchard made us a promise. He said, if you pass this law, you're going to have problems. Yep. He's got to keep that promise, doesn't he? That's right. He's got to keep the problems coming at us, because there are no problems with our medical marijuana law. If I hear one more word about gray areas, I'm going to pull my freaking hair out. I don't care about an enclosed locked facility. I don't care about what your ideas of a bona fide patient-doctor relationship when we've got armed thugs coming into our homes with guns, pointing them at our kids at bedtime and taking our shit. Repercussions and aspects of the drug war and how it intersects with families. That's what we need to be educating the people about right now. Because, and you got to join the conversation. How many of you went to see your elected representatives today? Show me. That's better than it has been. I need for you to make me a promise. They cannot hear us if we don't make noise, if they cannot hear our voices. And traditionally, we don't stand up and say, hey, I'm breaking all these federal laws by using cannabis. We don't like to tell people that, okay? But we need to. You need to contact your representative, and whether it's on the village level or the national level and say, you need to know that I use this medicine. I'm a patient. I live in your district, and I need for you to stand up for me. It's very simple. It really is. You've got to stand up. You've got to stand up and speak up. And give them the opportunity to represent us. Did you hear about the governor of Arizona? That news came out today, maybe yesterday. She's going to file a lawsuit trying to challenge the Arizona medical marijuana law in federal court, saying the federal supremacy is going to rule and void out the medical marijuana law. At least 7 states have been sent these threatening letters by their attorneys, by the state attorneys. They're going to vigorously, the federal prosecutors, they said they're going to vigorously fight medical marijuana. Oh, really? They've been doing that to us for 40 years. They've been threatening us, arresting us, raiding us, taking our stuff, taking our children for 40 years. And so these governors are going to stand up and go, ooh, we don't want to be prosecuted. We can't let that happen. Well, I got news for you. If you don't contact your representative and let them know that you exist in their district, they can't stand up for you. It's so important. It's so critical. You know, there's a quote that, I don't know if Gandhi actually said this, but there's a quote attributed to him that says, first they ignore you. You know this?
Yeah.
Then they laugh at you. Then they fight you. Then you win. At first, because we had to get these laws put in place. The people put these laws in place in almost every one of the states with medical marijuana. Because you can't leave it to the legislators. They're too easily influenced by law enforcement and by lobbyists. So we put these laws in place in these states. And then laughed at us like, oh, look what the stoners are doing. Well, we're not stoners. We're sick. We're patients. We're ill. And we're still standing out in the rain and saying, we're not